Well, well, well. If it isn't the League of Primos. You know, it's been almost 7 months since we last spoke, and a lot of things have happened since those 7 months. Last season was great. I got to watch the Philadelphia Eagles absolutely dismantle Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT, in the Super Bowl. Here's Jalen Hurts in the confetti. Here's a non-elite quarterback who won Super Bowl MVP, outplaying Patrick Mahomes 2 times in the Super Bowl, holding the Lombardi Trophy. And who could forget the dagger that really sealed the win that put the Eagles up 34-0 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. And obviously, the canvas of the game after they won. But we had our own triumphs in this league. We had Dylan winning the championship last year and getting the actual title belt that we have now decided to do, traveling title belt at the last second. Wasn't part of my plan, but it's there. We have a lot to play for. But you know what? This Eagles team that absolutely destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs, absolutely made them go crying, made a three-peat not even happen, not even close, ruined the GOAT status of Patrick Mahomes, is now 0-0. We are all now 0-0. With the new season brings new opportunity. It could be your year to get that title belt. But before that happens, how do we determine how successful our start's going to be? Well, obviously we have to have the League of Primos draft. Now, draft order is very important. As we know, Kevin won the consolation bracket this past season. We know that the consolation bracket winner automatically gets the number 1 overall pick in the draft. So congratulations, Kevin. But how do we determine the rest of the order? Well, we're all fighting for second at this point. So, without further ado, let's find out how we're doing that draft order. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's your game host, David here. And today we're doing the first ever League of Primos Hunger Games. We are going to decide draft order via Hunger Game style. I have put all remaining 13 teams in a simulator, and we're going to see who the order is. If you die first, you will get the last pick of the draft. Whoever reigns victorious gets second. So without further ado, how about we do some Hunger Games? Thank you, Suzanne Collins. I don't think she's not dead, is she? So let's meet our contestants, shall we? We have I Put the Trash in Trash Pandas, Lauren's Optimum Team, Kevin James Hot, Bin Laden's Bombers, Big Tree City Big Bears, and Abe Lincoln's Rusty Trombones. And we also have Jack Sparrow's Tight Ends, Hogwarts Wizards, Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits, Branditos Banditos. Then we end off with El Hamburglar, I Pay My Taxes, and Dimitri coming back Alma's All-Stars, no longer Dimitri's Cowboy Corral. Day 1 starts and El Hamburglar finds a canteen full of water. An early team up here, Jack Sparrow's Tight Ends, Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits, Lawrence Optimum Team, and Branditos Banditos share everything they gathered before running off. Then surprisingly another team up, I Paid My Taxes, Big Tree City Big Bears, Bin Laden's Bombers, and I Put the Trash in Trash Pandas share everything they gathered before running off. Then Abe Lincoln's Rusty Trombones takes a spear from inside of the cornucopia. Hope he can use that. Better take his shot before he gets shot first. Unfortunately, we have our first casualty as Hogwarts Wizards severely injures Alma's All-Stars, but was nice enough to put them out of their misery. Kevin James Hot grabs a sword. Hopes the diamond one. Big Tree City Big Bears receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Oh, maybe it was his father. I can make that joke. Come on. Hogwarts Wizards and Branditos Banditos split up to search for resources. Then El Hamburglar pulls an Obi-Wan Kenobi and travels to higher ground. Jack Sparrow's Tight Ends camouflages himself in the bushes, and I Put the Trash in Trash Pandas and Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits work together for a day, solidifying yet another alliance. I Pay My Taxes stalks Abraham Lincoln's Rusty Trombones, which is really odd for the person who made the Secret Service for counterfeit services. Look it up. Lauren's Optimum Team receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Maybe Kevin is trying to help the person he played in the Consolation Championship to come in second. Bin Laden's Bombers then attacks Kevin James Hot, but he manages to escape. I trust you, the King of Queens will not take another terrorist attack, especially on his twin towers that he's carrying right now. Branditos Bandito shoots a poisonous blow dart into I Pay My Taxes' neck, slowly killing him, bringing the kill counter for Branditos Banditos up to 1, leading with Allison with 1 kill. Jack Sparrow's tight ends accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. This definitely is 100% something Christian would do in real life, so that's not even surprising that even in this simulation he dies in the most stupid way. Abe Lincoln's red trombone is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Oh, so sad. In a surprising twist, Hogwarts Wizards forces El Hamburger to kill I Put the Trash in Trash Pandas or Big Tree City Big Bears. He refuses to kill, so Hogwarts Wizard kills him instead, bringing Allison up to 2 total kills in this, run above Branditos Banditos. Bin Laden's Bombers and Lawrence Optimum Team hold hands. How romantic. But then Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits repeatedly stabs Kevin James Hott to death with size. I mean, he probably got more size by eating the Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits, but Kevin James Hott, our reigning champ, cannot get the number 2 pick. Here are the fallen. We have almost all-stars, Jack Sparrow's tight end, El Hamburglar, Kevin James Hott, and I Pay My Taxes, not in that order. And that brings us to our day 1 recap. We now have 14 through 10 taken for the spots. 14 is almost all-stars. 13 is I Paid My Taxes. 12 is Jack Sparrow's tight ends. 11, El Hamburglar. And 10, Kevin James Hott. Now let's look over some pointers from the last round. A lot of alliances forming. Allison with the most blood on her hand early. Makes sense if you've ever played any kind of game night with her. With 2 kills. And then Branditos Banditos with a sneaky 1 kill on I Paid My Taxes. Anybody's game from this point, so let's go on to day 2. And day 2, we have our first mega alliance. Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits, I Put the Trash in Trash Pandas, Abe Lincoln's Wretched Trombones, Bin Laden's Bombers, and Hogwarts Wizards hunt for other tributes. Big Tree City 5 Bears discovers a river, and Brandito Banditos fishes. Who knows, maybe they see each other. Lawrence Optimum Team injures herself, doesn't die, but I hope this doesn't come back to bite her. It seems our Mega Alliance goes cold as Hogwarts Wizards fins Big Tree City Big Bears, Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits, and I Put the Trash in Trash Pandas away from her fire. Abe Lincoln's Rush Trombone sees a fire, but stays hidden. Probably a smart move knowing the blood on Allison's hands. Branditos Bandito severely injures Bin Laden's Bombers and leaves him to die. Kill number 2 for Branditos Banditos, tying him for Allison with the most kills. It seems Lauren's injury has given her an infection. She tries to fight it. You gotta hope she gets this under control or it may come back to bite her. And it seems our hide-and-go-seek champion Bin Laden is no longer alive, getting killed again by Branditos Banditos. A little day 2 recap now. So we have a giant alliance that formed there with 5 people, but then Allison pushing that alliance away out in the cold, literally. Even her computer knows Allison plays strategy when it comes to winning in these things. We have Lauren with an unfortunate injury that we hope she gets under control, and then we have 1 death this day. Bin Laden's Bombers dying from Branditos Banditos. Brandito getting his 2nd kill, tying him with Allison for 2. I mean, R.I.P. Bin Laden. I shouldn't say that. Dying a 2nd time. He gets the 9th spot in the draft. We have 8 more. Let's get into day 3. It appears they're all buddy-buddy again as Big Tree City Big Bears, Branditos Banditos, I Put the Trash in Trash Pandas, Lord and Optimum Team, and Hogwarts Wizards team up to hunt for other tributes. Sometimes the mental aspect of this game is tremendous because Abe Lincoln Reggie Trombones begs for Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits to kill him. He refuses, keeping Abe Lincoln's Reggie Trombones alive for now. Night 3, I Put the Trash in Trash Pandas and Big Tree City Big Bears run into each other, but decide to truce for the night. Nick and I are close like that. But then Branditos Bandito stabs Abe Lincoln's Red Trombones with a tree branch, putting him out of his misery. He called for death earlier. He gets his sweet release, but Brandito getting his 3rd kill of the game. Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits and Lauren's Optimum Team tell stories about themselves to each other. How nice. Then Hogwarts Wizards quietly hums. Probably the Lorax soundtrack if I had to take a guess, or whatever children's song she's humming to Avery. Only 1 death in day 3. Abe Lincoln's Red Trombones, asking for death, gets his sweet release. That wraps up a pretty uneventful day 3. Abraham Lincoln asking for death and getting his wish. Really ironic from the guy who got assassinated during his presidency to ask for death. He got his release, I guess, so we can't discredit him for that. Anyway, Bandido's up to 3 kills now. Somebody to keep an eye out for. That's a game on a killing spree. Big Tree City Big Bears, Lawrence Optimum Team, and Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits confront each other, but they grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Then I Put the Trash, and Trash Panda dies while falling into a pit. Seriously? In a sick twist, Bandito strangles Hogwarts Wizard with the rope, killing the only other person who has managed to get a kill in this game, and he is finally on a killing spree. Was that good enough that time? Oh gosh. Lawrence Optimum Team chases Banditos, probably trying to avenge her dear friend Allison's death. But then Big Tree City Big Bears only eats toxic berries. Nick, you're a chef. You should be knowing what kind of berries are toxic and what aren't. Probably eating dingleberries, if I had to guess. Then Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits thinks about home. How sad. But not too soon after that, Banditos silently snaps Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits' neck. Kilimanjaro. Now up to 5 kills, absolutely going on a monstrous killing spree. Then Lawrence Optimum Team receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Probably, again, Kevin, I guess. The Fallen, Hogwarts Wizards, I Put the Trash, and Trash Pandas, Big Tree City Big Bears, and the Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits are no more. A very eventful following day here. We had 4 casualties. I fell down a freaking pit and died. Okay, absolutely stupid. But Brandon getting 2 kills this game, up to 5 kills in total, going absolutely insane. He kills Allison, probably his strongest competitor, and then kills Jesse while he's just thinking about home. And then Nick decided to eat poison berries and die, which I read it and thought it was kind of funny how Big Tree City Big Bears died from poison berries. That may not be funny to you at all, but to me that was absolutely hilarious when I read that out loud. And it was Nick, so that made it double funny. But that leaves us with 2 more people. We now have Trash Pandas with the 7th pick, the Hogwarts Wizards with the 6th pick, 5th pick, Big Tree City Big Bears, and then the 4th pick, the Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits, leaving us with 2 people. We have Lauren and we have Banditos. Let's see how this one wraps up. Bandito steals from Lauren's Optimum Team while she isn't looking. You'd think he'd just go ahead and end the game there, but no, he's teasing with his prey, keeping her alive. And to make matters worse, Lauren begs for Banditos to kill her. He refuses, keeping Lauren's Optimum Team alive. A very interesting strategy coming from the fact that they are the last teams remaining. Lauren just wants to die. She tries to sleep through the entire day, while Bandito searches for firewood. Why doesn't he end it? Why does he refuse to kill the last person? He's been killing everybody. But fate's a cruel mistress. From day 1, Lauren's been fighting that infection, but I guess she has never healed it. She succumbs from it. Banditos must have known that. He must have wanted her to suffer the death of infection. What a sick, sick, sick man. But Lauren's Optimum Team dies from this infection, leaving our winner as Banditos getting the number 2 overall pick. And there we have it. The first ever League of Primos Hunger Games has come to an end. What a very, very sick way for Brandon to win, just watching Lauren suffer that infection. Wouldn't help her, even though it was kind of foretold when I kept saying, oh, I hope she fights an infection. I don't know if you guys cut off on that. You guys probably should have. It's called foreshadowing. Look it up in the dictionary. But now we have our draft order. At number 1, we have Kevin's awesome team. At number 2, we have Banditos. 3, we have Lawrence Optimum Team. 4, Red Lobster Cheddar Biscuits. 5, Big Tree City Big Bears. 6, Hogwarts Wizards. 7, I Put the Trash and Trash Pandas. 8, Abe Lincoln's Rusty Trombones. 9, Bin Laden's Bombers. 10, Kevin James Hot. 11, El Hamburglar. 12, Jack Sparrow's Tight Ends. 13, I Pay My Taxes. And coming in the last spot, our new person who isn't really new because he just rejoined, Almost All-Stars. Everybody knows that Jim is better anyway, Dimitri, so that's what you get for picking Almo in the first place. But thank you guys for watching. I really hope you have a great year. We will convene on when we want to do this draft. Probably going to be the last weekend before the NFL season, so that we can avoid preseason injuries. But I look forward to this year, guys. You know how much I enjoy doing those videos for you. And let's get into this fantasy football season. It's come faster than we thought it would. And let's just see who wins this title belt. Thank you guys again for watching. Hope to see you in the season.